what advice would you give our prospective students that are considering medical school, what that entails? What kind of overall advice would you give?
Make sure you're ready to jump into it. I think do all the things that you'd like to do, because it's going to be hard. It's going to take discipline. You're going to have to be motivated. There's days where you're going to feel really great. There's days where you're going to feel really crummy. And that's just medical school. So, make sure you have a great support system, but this is a full-time job and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of dedication and discipline. And so, you're gonna miss birthdays, you're gonna miss family events, that is the sacrifice, but these are the sacrifices that you're gonna have to make for your future patients as well. So it's about that professional growth and really that trajectory of becoming a caring and competent physician. It's important to be organized. Make friends, build your support systems, be open, be adaptable, be flexible, do all the cool things before that day one, so you're ready to really dig in, and what sets us apart, and just be successful at it.
So Carly and Sunday, what advice would you give these students these prospective students, now that you've gone through the process of getting to the island, participating in classes, getting to know the faculty? What advice would you give any student that's interested in attending?
Many years ago, when I was first considering going further in my career after physical therapy school, this was even prior to attending PT school, but I started to have thoughts of wanting to go to medical school. So I had talked to a student at my previous college who was about ready to apply. And I just kind of told her, I said, I have this just feeling, this like deep calling in me that I felt like I need to go to medical school. And she goes, oh, you got bit by the med school bug. And I said, what does that even mean? She goes, it's a real thing. She goes, when you just have that piece in you that knows you're going to go off to medical school, there's really nothing that you can do to shake it. And so that stayed with me for many years, obviously, as you can see that I'm here in this position now, that no matter what I tried to do differently, this is where I ended up, because I knew just this was the way my life was going to go. And so I think just if you are considering any ounce of wanting to become a physician or go to medical school, I say go for it. And yes, there are going to be challenges. There are going to be difficult times. There's going to be days when you don't think that you can do it. But that ultimately, when you look back on those moments to see how far you've come, are going to be all the more worth it. And so I don't think there's anything necessary to do in preparation. Like some people say, oh, start reviewing and start studying. None of that I don't think is necessary if you are in the part that you are right now of you're ready to apply for school. You do that, you apply to whatever programs that you want to, make your next decision from there. But then like Dr. Welke said, once you do get to your school, you jump in and you're ready to learn. One thing that helps me stay excited about everything, despite the overwhelmingness of content at times, is to remember why I'm doing it, but to remember that, our bodies that we were given and created to have are phenomenal. I think just reminding myself, oh, how do I memorize all this, or how do I learn it and apply it? But just remembering that our bodies do amazing things every single day. So if I can tie it back to just the function that we all have and really how amazing all of us really are, that helps to make everything a little less scary. And then helps me to remember it as well, just to think, wow, we have these opportunities and these abilities to be able to take these steps. And I'm grateful that WAUSM is here to make sure that we can walk in those steps, to fulfill our dreams, goals, callings of wanting to be physicians. So I say again, if there's any ounce in you that wants to be a physician, I say go for it, so that you aren't 10 years down the road wishing that you had gone for it. Although even if it is 10 years, you still can go back for it at any time. You can still start this journey, but don't let any fear or intimidation turn you away. I say it's going to be one of the hardest but greatest things you'll ever do.
I would definitely second what she said and say definitely go for it. And once you get here, similar to what she said, don't do anything in preparation. Just enjoy your time at home, enjoy your time with your family, because that'll give you all that you need to push you through the semester. Have a great time when you're at home, and when you get here, get ready to hit the books and really focus. And then I would also just say to remember why, because there are going to be long nights, there are going to be hard questions, there are going to be rough days. But if you just remember why and stay centered in that, it makes everything worth it. It's not going to make it necessarily easier all the time, but it will at least allow you to remember that like it's bigger than you. You're fulfilling a purpose that was placed upon you. So it can help motivate you and keep you focused and give you the energy that you need to push through.